Welcome to the Shigeaki Podcast, where science and longevity come together to help you live stronger, healthier, and longer. I'm Dr. Mark Hyman, and today I want to begin with a simple but powerful question. Have you ever looked in the mirror and noticed deep lines forming around your mouth, even though inside you still feel youthful and full of energy? These lines are common. After 60, many people start to see smile lines, or what we call marionette lines, at the corners of the mouth. They may not hurt physically, but they often make us feel older than we really are. One of my patients, Mary, who is 68, eats well, exercises regularly, and even practices meditation. Yet every time she looked in the mirror, the deepening folds around her mouth left her feeling discouraged. She told me, "Doctor, my body feels young, but my face tells a different story." That's something I hear often, and it's why we're here today. And I'd like to welcome my dear friend, a man with unmatched wisdom about healthy aging, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara.
Thank you, Mark. What Mary experienced is very familiar. Wrinkles around the mouth are not only a matter of years passing, they also come from daily expressions, constant tension in the face, and the natural loss of collagen that supports the skin. Think of the mouth as a canvas that records both laughter and worry. Your mouth is where joy and sadness both leave their marks. The good news is that these marks are not permanent sentences. With a few focused practices, movements that relax the muscles, massages that stimulate circulation, and foods that help your body rebuild collagen, visible changes can happen surprisingly quickly. In fact, many people notice brighter, smoother skin in just 1 week when they practice consistently. So if you've been feeling that your reflection no longer matches how young you feel inside, stay with us. Over the next few parts, we will share simple yet powerful techniques that you can start today, right at home.
And if you find value in this conversation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode, because the small changes you make can inspire someone you love to do the same.
When patients ask me why the skin around their mouth changes so dramatically after 60, the first answer is collagen and elastin. These are the proteins that give skin its bounce. Once production slows down, the skin begins to sag. And when collagen is weaker, every smile or frown leaves a deeper mark. Over time, the lines don't fade, they stay.
Sunlight also plays a role. Ultraviolet rays gradually break down collagen fibers. Even people who never smoked can see deep folds simply from years of unprotected sun exposure. But smoking makes the problem worse. It limits blood flow to the skin, starves it of oxygen, and speeds up wrinkle formation around the lips. I've seen patients who never touched cigarettes age very differently from those who did.
Another factor is diet. Too much sugar triggers something called glycation. Imagine sugar molecules sticking to your collagen, making it stiff and brittle. That's how smile lines deepen, even when you feel healthy otherwise. And let's not forget hydration. Skin that is dry collapses more easily, while well-hydrated skin stays fuller. Many older adults simply don't drink enough water each day.
Now, around the mouth, we see 3 common types of wrinkles. First, the vertical lip lines, tiny creases above the upper lip. Second, the nasolabial folds, the curved lines from nose to mouth. And third, marionette lines, the folds that run down from the corners of the mouth to the chin. And habits matter. People who purse their lips while thinking or clench when stressed deepen those vertical lines. Even sleeping on one side every night presses the skin and creates asymmetry over time. Stress is another hidden factor. High cortisol breaks down collagen and triggers inflammation. And in women, falling estrogen levels after menopause mean the skin loses natural moisture and thickness.
That is why I often say, wrinkles are not only about age, they are about repetition and balance. Prevention must be daily hydration, relaxation, sun protection. And when correction is needed, it must be focused. Prevention is daily, correction is focused. And now that we understand why these lines form, we can move toward the good news, simple practices that actually soften them, starting with facial yoga.
When people first hear the term facial yoga, they sometimes smile or laugh thinking it sounds unusual. But just like yoga for the body, these movements strengthen and relax the muscles. Around the mouth, where skin is delicate and collagen declines after 60 gentle exercises, can improve circulation and help keep the muscles firm. One of the simplest techniques is what I call the smile hold. You smile as wide as you comfortably can, then hold that expression for 10 seconds. Relax, then repeat it 5 times. It may sound basic, but it engages the muscles around the lips and cheeks in a way that ordinary conversation does not.
I like that one, Mark. Smiling with intention is powerful. Another helpful move is the cheek lifter. You form your mouth into an exaggerated like O shape, then try to lift your cheeks upward while keeping the lips in that position. It looks a little funny in the mirror, but the effort strengthens the mid-face muscles that hold the skin up.
Exactly, and here's the key. These exercises only work when done consistently. One session won't erase wrinkles, but practicing for just 5 to 10 minutes a day can bring noticeable changes within a week. Blood flow improves, muscles tone up, and the skin looks fresher.
Let me share 2 more exercises my patients enjoy. The first is called the fish face. You suck in your cheeks and lips, like making a fish mouth, then hold that for 5 seconds. Release and repeat several times. This move tones both the cheek and lip muscles, reducing sagging. The second is balloon breathing. Take a deep breath, fill your mouth with air, and puff your cheeks out like a balloon. Hold for a few seconds, then slowly release. Do this 3 to 5 times. It stretches the skin and stimulates circulation in the lower face.
Those are wonderful, and they also have the bonus of being fun. I often encourage people to do them while watching TV or listening to music, so it feels less like work and more like a playful habit. But I must remind everyone, moderation is important. If you strain too much, the muscles can feel sore, just like over-exercising the body. Gentle, steady practice is better than intensity. Even small, regular movements can create a refreshed appearance.
That's a valuable reminder. I once had a patient who was very committed, but she pushed too hard, holding each pose for too long. She ended up with jaw tension instead of relaxation. After adjusting to shorter, consistent sessions, her results improved and her face softened.
Yes, and I've seen many older adults brighten noticeably in only 7 days. Their families often comment, "You look happier, more alive." The truth is, when we move the face muscles with care, it doesn't just smooth the skin, it restores vitality to the expression. That's why facial yoga is such a powerful tool. It costs nothing, takes only minutes a day, and brings both visible and emotional benefits. And the best part is anyone can start right now.
Next, one of the most natural ways to soften wrinkles is massage. Just like stretching the body after exercise, massaging the face helps stimulate blood circulation, relax tight muscles, and even trigger the skin to produce more collagen on its own. That's important because after 60, collagen production slows down naturally. Gentle stimulation can wake up those pathways again.
I agree. And what I love about facial massage is that it requires no special tools, only your fingertips and a little bit of awareness. For many older adults, this becomes a quiet ritual at night, before sleep, both soothing and effective. Let's share a simple technique anyone can try. Place your index and middle fingers at the corner of your mouth, then slowly glide them upward along the cheekbones, finishing at the temples. Do this 5 times on each side. The upward motion counteracts gravity and gently lifts the skin.
That movement also improves lymphatic flow, helping to reduce puffiness. Another easy step is circular massage around the lips. Place your fingertips just outside the lip line and move them in small circles, clockwise. Repeat this for about 1 minute. It relaxes the muscles that tend to contract from constant talking or chewing.
Exactly, and the key is to be gentle. Pressing too hard can pull on the skin, which is not what we want. Instead, think of it like polishing smooth, light, and consistent. Adding a drop of natural oil like jojoba or almond oil can make the movement easier and provide extra nourishment for the skin.
Now let me add something from traditional acupressure. Around the mouth, there are powerful points that influence circulation and muscle tone. The first is renjong, located just under the nose in the midline groove. Pressing here with a fingertip for 5 to 10 seconds, while breathing slowly, helps to awaken the area and lift the upper lip.
That's fascinating. I've seen patients brighten up immediately when those points are stimulated. Which other point do you recommend?
Another important one is daikong, found at the corners of the mouth. Lightly pressing and holding there for 5 to 10 seconds improves local blood flow, softens deep folds, and gives a more relaxed appearance. It's amazing how such small points can make the whole face look lighter.
And the breathing you mentioned is crucial. When you press these points, inhaling slowly through the nose and exhaling through the mouth helps the nervous system relax. That's when healing happens most effectively. The combination of gentle touch and calm breathing turns this into more than a cosmetic routine. It becomes a moment of self-care, one that calms the mind and restores energy.
So to summarize, massage lifts and stimulates acupressure, balances and calms. Together they create a powerful natural way to reduce wrinkles. And just like facial yoga, consistency is the secret. 5 minutes a day is enough to notice a difference in 1 week. I always tell my patients your hands can be your best tools. Use them wisely, gently, and regularly, and your face will thank you.
Now that we've talked about movement and massage, let's move into one of the most important foundations for youthful skin: collagen. After 60, collagen is like the scaffolding of a building that is slowly worn down. It is what gives skin its firmness, its elasticity, and its ability to bounce back when you smile or speak. Without enough collagen, the skin collapses into folds and lines, especially around the mouth.
One way to support collagen is through food. Bone broth is an excellent example, rich in amino acids that feed the body's ability to rebuild connective tissue. Even something as simple as the crispy skin of salmon contains collagen peptides that the body can use directly.
Yes, and citrus fruits are another key. They provide vitamin C, which acts like a spark plug in the collagen-making process. Without vitamin C, the body cannot weave new collagen fibers. That's why oranges, lemons, or even just a squeeze of lime in your water can make a difference. Berries also deserve a mention. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. They are packed with antioxidants that protect existing collagen from breaking down. And don't forget eggs. Both the whites and the yolks contain nutrients that strengthen the skin structure.
Along with these foods, minerals such as zinc and copper also play a supporting role. They help enzymes knit collagen together into strong fibers. Without them, even if you eat plenty of protein, the body struggles to create quality collagen. That's such an important point. And we shouldn't forget hydration. Collagen is like a sponge. It holds water inside the skin. If you're dehydrated, collagen becomes brittle and wrinkles appear deeper. Simply drinking enough water throughout the day can plump the skin from within.
And sleep. During the night, growth hormones peak, and that's when the body repairs tissues and generates collagen. I had a patient who came to me feeling that no cream or supplement was working. When we worked on her sleep, going to bed earlier, and creating a calm routine, her skin looked younger within weeks.
See, that reminds me of another patient of mine. She adjusted her breakfast to include 2 eggs and a handful of fresh berries. Within just 2 weeks, she noticed her skin tone improving and the lines around her mouth softening. It wasn't magic, it was nutrition doing its job.
Exactly. People often think they need expensive products, but the real solution often lies in everyday habits. Eat high-quality protein, stay hydrated, sleep well, and add vitamin-rich foods. These are simple but powerful ways to support collagen. So, the message is clear. Collagen is not just about beauty, it's about structure. With the right foods and habits, even after 60, you can give your skin the building blocks it needs to stay firm and youthful.
Building on everything we've discussed so far, another powerful tool for softening wrinkles is the Korean lifting massage. This approach focuses on lifting the muscles and stretching the fascia, the thin layer of connective tissue beneath the skin. When fascia becomes tight, it can pull the skin downward, creating deeper folds. By loosening and lifting, we restore a more youthful shape. One basic technique is simple but effective. Place the base of your palms under your chin, then glide upward along the jawline and cheeks, finishing at the temples. Use a steady upward motion, never downward, because we want to counter gravity. Doing this 5 to 10 times gently sculpts the lower face and improves circulation.
Yes, and another signature move is patting. With clean hands, use your fingertips to tap rhythmically across the cheeks, around the mouth, and even along the jaw. This tapping stimulates blood flow, wakes up the muscles, and delivers oxygen to the skin cells. It feels refreshing, and many patients notice their skin tone looks brighter right after.
I like that technique, and it's also stress relieving. When people pat the skin gently, they're not only increasing circulation, they're signaling to the nervous system to relax. That combination reduces tension lines and supports collagen repair.
Another effective practice borrowed from Korean traditions is using gua sha tools. These are flat stones or smooth edges that glide along the skin. For those who don't have a gua sha, even a simple ceramic spoon kept in the fridge works well. Lightly stroke from the corners of the mouth outward toward the ears. The cool surface helps reduce puffiness and tightens the skin.
That's a wonderful tip, simple and practical. And it makes sense. Cold therapy reduces inflammation, while the motion encourages lymphatic drainage. Patients often say their faces look slimmer and smoother right after.
To make it easy, I often challenge my patients with what I call the 7-day massage reset. Spend just 10 minutes each day gliding, patting, or using a cool spoon, and observe the changes in 1 week. The skin becomes softer, the lines less visible, and the expression lighter.
Consistency really is the magic word. It's not about intensity or force, it's about steady, gentle repetition. The skin responds best when cared for daily, like watering a plant. And when we combine this with facial yoga, the results multiply. Yoga builds strength, massage restores balance, and together they create harmony. I once guided an older patient who practiced both for 2 weeks. Her family immediately noticed her brighter face and more confident smile.
That's the beauty of these methods. They cost nothing, they're safe, and they give people a sense of control over aging. Wrinkles may come with time, but with a few mindful techniques, we can soften their story.
And speaking of the most frustrating lines, many people over 60 are especially concerned about the so-called marionette lines. These are the deep folds that run from the corners of the mouth down toward the chin. They can make a face look sad even when the person feels perfectly happy inside. One simple exercise I often teach is the corner lift. Place your index fingers at the corners of your mouth, gently press upward, and hold for 10 seconds. Release, then repeat 5 times. It may seem small, but this repeated lifting trains the muscles to resist sagging.
That's such a practical exercise. From a medical perspective, marionette lines form because of several overlapping changes. First, we lose fat volume in the cheeks, so the skin has less support. Second, the skin itself loses elasticity and begins to sag. And third, the muscles around the jaw tighten in unhelpful ways, pulling the corners of the mouth downward. To counter this, massage is very effective. Using your fingertips, glide from the chin upward along the jawline, gently lifting the tissue. This action not only stimulates circulation, but also retrains the skin to follow an upward path. And when combined with a diet rich in collagen-supporting foods, the results last longer.
Yes, and to make the massage smoother and safer, I recommend using a natural oil. A few drops of jojoba or olive oil are enough. Warm the oil between your hands, then massage upward from the mouth corners following the path you described. The oil prevents tugging on delicate skin and nourishes it at the same time.
I like that. Oils also add antioxidants and healthy fats, which the skin can benefit from. And it's worth saying you don't need expensive creams. Often the simplest natural products are both effective and gentle. I remind my patients all the time, consistency is far more important than price. A 5-minute massage every evening with olive oil will do more than an expensive jar that you only use once in a while.
That's a great reminder. And it connects with what we've emphasized throughout this episode. Small daily actions add up. With marionette lines lifting movements, hydration, collagen-rich foods, and steady massage all come together to gradually soften those folds. I once had a patient who combined the corner lift exercise with nightly massage for just 2 weeks. Her daughter noticed first, saying, "Mom, you look like you're smiling even when you're resting." That gentle upward shift changed not only her appearance, but also her confidence. That story captures it perfectly. When people see their reflection looking lighter and more alive, they feel it inside too. And that is the real goal, not to chase perfection, but to restore harmony between how we feel and how we look.
As we come to the close of this episode, let's bring everything together. The wrinkles around your mouth, whether they're small lip lines, deep folds, or marionette lines, are not fixed for life. Within just 7 days, you can begin to see meaningful change when you combine the tools we've shared. Facial yoga strengthens the muscles, massage and acupressure improve circulation. A collagen-rich diet feeds your skin from the inside, and Korean massage techniques give the face an immediate lift. And when you focus specifically on marionette lines with simple daily exercises, you target one of the most visible signs of aging. These are not complicated routines. They don't require expensive equipment or long hours. They're small, intentional actions that anyone can practice at home. And that's the beauty of it. You don't need to chase quick fixes, because your body and your skin already know how to respond when you give them the right support. Small daily rituals create big visible changes.
Yes, Mark and I want to leave our listeners with encouragement. Many people feel discouraged when they look in the mirror, thinking it is too late, that their face will never look youthful again. But the truth is, it is never too late. Your skin can still respond, your muscles can still strengthen, and your expression can still brighten. Remember, your smile carries your life story, and as I like to say, your smile is your signature. Keep it bright and alive. By practicing these simple habits, you don't just reduce wrinkles, you also restore confidence and energy.
That's such a beautiful reminder. Aging is not about erasing every line. It's about aligning how we look with how we feel inside, vibrant, joyful, and alive. And every person listening can begin right now. 5 minutes of yoga, a gentle massage, a glass of water, or an extra serving of berries. These are steps that belong in your hands.
So let's make this practical. Choose one technique we shared today and try it for 7 days. Watch how your skin responds. Watch how your mood shifts when you see yourself looking brighter.
And please don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, a partner, or a family member. Because when you lift your own face, you often inspire someone else to lift theirs too. If you found value in today's episode, remember to like, subscribe, and share. Together we can keep building small daily habits that make aging not a decline, but a season of strength, beauty, and confidence.